ambition, I could just vision. I was gonna get it, I was on missions, I was just living. Walked in that building, we were just building, taking our time. We were just yielding, we were just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us, it won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega, probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. I still wake up, cop a new crib, got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors, they gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these haters. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these snakes, wait from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks, wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, you better not be the one to doubt us. Cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. Cause we gon' blow your mind. 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 We gon' blow your mind.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. It's the kind of thing. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Woo!
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the 49ers going up against the Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, first opened in 2006. Here's a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Gabbert now on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Third and long for Gabbert. And incomplete. The contact made the ball. Free and brings up fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Stiff-armed him. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover. Great moves in short areas.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Let's go! Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Antoine Bethea plays the safety position with intelligence and excellent tackling ability.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 4th down. Now Drew Butler to punt for Arizona, the son of former Bears kicker Kevin Butler.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners are going to take possession, albeit deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here's Gabbert now. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On third down, Gabbert. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to work. And now the rookie's free. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. That's fielded in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning! Good!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught left side by John Brown. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get 17 yards there. And it'll give the Cardinals a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, surveying the field, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Gabbert now on 2nd down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They come out here in the eye. Gabbert to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and long for Gabbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Green 39! Green 39! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by Nelson left side. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now let's go.
They go to Johnson again. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Motion man, watch 12, watch 12. Set, Detroit, Leopard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And able to find John Brown. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Robert Nkemdiche in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
And that's why Robert Nkemdiche was a first-round pick. His versatility, being able to rush the quarterback from any angle on the defensive front, and usually his speed and quickness is going to win the day. His second sack of this game.
This one complete, right side to McDonald. 19 yards there on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for San Francisco.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Brief break in the action here. More from the desert. after this. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he floated one out there incomplete.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
Here we go now. Blue lining. Blue lining. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the gun now on third down. Underneath for Johnson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll look to throw again. Dumping it off for Johnson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. This play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. Screen play. Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle here to Brown. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Look at the spin. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half...
It got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Benny Fowler, 83 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Drew Butler now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Gabbert now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
On 3rd down, Gabbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
First down, Gabbert. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Gabbert now on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Gabbert again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll throw again. Gabbert. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. First down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Detroit! Hey, check 24. Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught left side by John Brown. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 15. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
A 2nd down throw for Gabbert. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
The play clock's running down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And it brings up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they had great field position, but a three-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a three-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll come out in the pistol. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Gabbert to throw this time. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be first down 49ers. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, Gabbert buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A second down throw for Gabbert. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try to run down some clock with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time running out here on the play clock. Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's got his man on the out route. Time for a break. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw, and he's got it complete to Fowler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. But he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. This remains a one-point game. The defense did their job. Now the offense here late, they just need to kind of hold on, seal this victory.
And the defense did it so well, didn't they? Didn't allow any point.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll get this down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Third down and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bakari Rambo. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.